Hello, and welcome to our channel, your trusted destination for the latest breakthroughs, trends, and stories in the world of technology. Today, we're diving into a profession once considered among the most prestigious, most competitive, and most secure: the news anchor. Once a symbol of national pride and public trust, this coveted role, often with only one position available for every 100 hopefuls, is now facing its most powerful rival, yet artificial intelligence. Han Rubing knows this tension all too well. At 26 years old, she has spent the last 4 years perfecting her presence as a live news anchor. Her voice, timing, and expression are the result of thousands of hours of training. But in a recent holiday broadcast, she watched 6 AI avatars take her place. They blinked, nodded, spoke with perfect rhythm, and perhaps most unsettling of all, they looked startlingly human. These AI anchors were part of a virtual newsroom, introduced during a major holiday broadcast. For the first time, an entire primetime news segment was handed over to artificial intelligence. The show racked up millions of views online. Many viewers, including Han, were stunned by how lifelike the avatars appeared. At the time, Han dismissed it as a novelty, a temporary fix to let real anchors go home for the holiday. No one was being replaced, she thought. But just weeks later, her own station announced that one of its programs would permanently replace a human anchor with an AI model. What once seemed like an exception was quickly becoming the rule. Across the broadcasting industry, AI avatars are being deployed in every type of news format. From major national broadcasters to regional stations, AI is appearing more frequently sometimes as digital clones of real, recognizable anchors. Media executives see the benefits clearly: no breaks, no mistakes, and only a fraction of the cost. AI can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it frees up staff for other roles behind the scenes. Inside newsrooms, though, the reactions are far more cautious. Some professionals worry that AI could replace entry-level anchors, making an already hyper-competitive industry even more brutal. Others argue that machines, no matter how advanced, still lack the warmth, emotion, and spontaneity that human audiences remember and respond to. For anchors who only read the news, change is now essential, Han Rubing says. It might not be total replacement, but it is enough to force everyone to evolve to offer something more. Gao Guiwu, a leading media professor, views AI not as an enemy, but as a mirror. It helps us see which parts of the job are mechanical and which are creative, he says. That's a good thing. It forces us to recognize where human value still matters. Han's own job, like many in the industry, is a high-wire act. She works live broadcasts, where every word counts, and no mistakes can be edited out. The pressure is real, she says. You have to stay alert every second. To stay ahead of the curve, Han is now training in live interviewing, a dynamic, unscripted format, where emotion and quick thinking matter far more than perfect pronunciation. I cannot just be someone who reads the news, she says. I need to be more expressive, more flexible. Ultimately, AI will support us, not replace our unique styles or the attitude we bring to the work. Despite their 247 availability, near-perfect delivery, and lower costs, AI anchors still fall short in unpredictable formats, particularly community stories and live interviews. They are still rigid, Han observes, cold machines delivering news. Others in the field agree. Che Yulu, a new media editor, says AI can mimic the surface elements: the pauses, the emphasis, the tone, but lacks the emotional core. They look impressively human, she says, but if you work in this field, you can tell it's not a real voice. At top broadcasting schools, students are taught far more than just pronunciation. They learn to listen, interpret tone, adjust for different audiences, layers of nuance that machines cannot replicate. Professor Li Hongyan puts it simply: AI can read words, but it does not know what matters. Competition for broadcasting roles has always been fierce. At one of the most prestigious communication universities, the acceptance rate for its anchor training program is just 1%. Students spend years perfecting their voice, posture, and presence. Now, with the nationwide push to integrate AI, those standards are shifting. Students are no longer just taught how to deliver the news, they are trained to perform without scripts, adapt across formats, and think quickly on camera. These are all areas where AI continues to struggle. We were never a conservative field, says Lee. Even years ago, we began expanding the curriculum. Today, students study journalism, literature, linguistics, media production, computer science, and large language models. Just having a good speaking voice is no longer enough. Among the next generation of anchors is Ma Jiao, a freshman in the broadcasting program. Although early in her academic journey, she's already thinking about how to remain irreplaceable. AI anchors are inevitable, she says, but we should not reject innovation. As students, we must focus on the strengths that make us truly unique. Some graduates are already pivoting. One student, Zhang, started applying for jobs at tech companies and media startups, rather than traditional networks. Eventually, he accepted a position at a talent agency. I was never a perfect fit for mainstream standards, he admits. And honestly, many of my classmates have switched careers altogether. Still, not everyone is stepping away. Che Yulu, now an editor, hopes to return on camera one day. I have always believed that while AI might replace entry-level jobs, it will never replace top-tier anchors. Viewers do not just respond to appearances. They connect with ideas and values. With the rise of live streaming, short-form, video, and emerging platforms, demand for skilled communicators is growing. AI should not discourage young professionals. It should push them to sharpen the very skills machines still lack emotional depth, presence, and personality. We are not afraid of machines becoming more human, says Professor Lee. What we should fear is becoming more like machines, or worse, falling behind them. That is when it truly becomes a problem. Thank you for watching. If you found this exploration into the evolving world of broadcasting insightful, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more thought-provoking stories from the front lines of technology. See you in the next video.